In 2003, the Christian community in the country has decreased by 80% from roughly 1.5 million people to right now just 250,000 Christians in Iraq. You don't hear that. My administration is absolutely committed to protecting religious minorities in the Middle East and all around the world. You know, if you were a Christian in Syria, which was a rough place to be, you had almost no chance during the last administration of coming into the United States. It was, they say, the hardest thing to do to come into the United States. Number one, most difficult place in the world to come in was if you were a Christian in Syria. If you were a Muslim in Syria, it was extremely easy to come into the United States. And the Christians were persecuted in Syria. And that's the way it is. But it's not that way anymore. This week I directed $50 million to support Christians and other religious minorities in Syria. I did it on Friday. $50 million. I'll make it in honor of Pastor Brunson, Tony, Dana, some people that have done a great job for us. $50 million, and that's going to help Christians in Syria. Not an easy situation for them. In total, my administration has provided more than $500 million in support of religious minorities and others suffering from atrocities in Syria and Iraq alone. Other presidents would not be doing that. They'd be spending a lot more money, but they'd be spending it on things that would not make you very happy. With one clear voice, the United States of America condemns the persecution of Christians. And we pledge our support to Christian communities everywhere suffering under the brutal heel of oppression and violence. Our hearts and our souls are joined with these brave believers in their religious struggle. And Pastor, it's great to have you back here. I've made clear to Turkey that if they do not meet their commitments, including the protection of religious minorities and also watching over the ISIS prisoners that we captured, we will impose a very swift, strong, and severe economic sanctions, like I did with respect to my negotiations to get Pastor Brunson out. Otherwise, I hate to say this, Pastor, you'd still be there. And I hate to say this also, and this isn't done from ego, any other president of the United States, you would still be there. You know what we had to do. And I have to say, you were very brave the way you put up with it, but it wasn't an easy situation. Any military engagement where we send young men and women to fight and die must have clear objectives, vital national interests, and a realistic plan for how the conflict will end. We don't want to be in 19-year wars where we serve as a policing agent for the whole country.